Hey, I'm Josh Evers, and here are a few things that you guys might have not known about what it was like being a COVID nurse, being a nurse back in the COVID days, like COVID prime, COVID. I did that for 3.5 years, and then I got up out of there. So the first thing was how we dealt with like COVID isolation. So it wasn't like somebody would come into the hospital, we think they have COVID, we put them in an isolation room. No, we had certain floors that had like maybe a hall. And if the patient had come back positive for COVID, we would put them on that hall. But they had to come back positive first. And back then, they had to like meet the criteria, right? You got to have like a cough, a fever, and all this stuff because apparently it was a big deal just to test. So we would have to, somebody would come in with like a fever, cough, maybe they lost their sense of taste or, whatever, classic symptoms. And we would do the swab thing. We'd send it off. And then it took like 4 or 5 days to get the results back. During that time, we weren't allowed to put them on isolation and we weren't allowed to wear PPE because it was already like, we're already running out of PPE all over the world or whatever. So we would be in and out of those rooms. And so I'd, for instance, come back after being off for a couple of days and I come into work, get this same patient. And I'd be like, oh, they came back positive for COVID. It's like, dude, I was in that room for, 3 days. Like I definitely have COVID. So, and I did. I always had COVID back then. So yeah, we wouldn't put patients in isolation until they came back positive. Took forever to get the positive. And we weren't allowed to wear anything inside the room either. I mean, we could wear like a simple mask, which doesn't do anything for your protection. Okay, and the second thing was we didn't have vaccines back then. We were terrified. And whenever the vaccines did come out, like we were psyched. I know that's like a political controversial thing now about the vaccines. They even call it the jab or whatever. But we were like, yeah, thank God there's a vaccine. I don't want to freaking die. Like, let's do it. So I signed up automatically. I think everybody did. And I got it the day after you saw Trump and that Lindsay nurse get it on TV. I got it the day after that. So it wasn't like just going to CVS back then. Okay. It was crazy. What happened was, you sign up and they gave us this, like they kind of like split us up into groups to go or whatever. And they gave us these instructions and it said to go to the local health department. Okay. And I had like a time and I went up there and I look and the first thing I noticed is like nobody's in the parking lot. So I'm like, okay, maybe I got here at a good time or whatever. They must be like staggering us. But I go in and the guy's like behind glass, how COVID was. And he's like, are you here for a vaccine? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, okay. And he like slides a piece of paper underneath, like we're at like a bank or something. And so I look at it and it's giving directions to go somewhere else. So this is like a decoy or something. I don't know what's going on. It was crazy. It was like a movie. So it said that we have to go to the fairgrounds in Tulsa is where I'm at. Had to go to the local fairgrounds, go to our expo center, where they have like home and garden shows and car shows and stuff. Go there. And it says, once you get into the parking lot, you'll see the line of cars, just follow. And there'll be people there guiding us and telling us what to do. So I get into the parking lot and yep, I see it. You drive up and there's a big old line of cars and this is like 9:00 in the morning. And the people that are guiding us and telling us what to do, they're like armed military guys. Like they have like assault rifles. It's crazy. I guess they're worried about somebody trying to steal the vaccine or sabotage or something. I don't know. So those guys are just like telling us, that, and there's rules. There's like, no cameras, no videos. And you also have to, you drive, turn your car off, sit there, wait for the car to move ahead of you. Then you drive up a car, turn your car off, drive up a car, turn your car off, over and over and over again. I was there for like 2.5 hours. So Once you finally get up there, they ask you all the questions, you fill out the paperwork, get you the shot, and then you have to wait for 20 minutes. I hate waiting so bad. That waiting in line is seriously like this whole thing was like, you get, I don't know, you guys get anxiety like waiting in line. You feel like you're trapped almost. Is that just me? I hate waiting in line. Like Disney World, I'd rather stay home. Don't tell my family that. Anyway. And so you go wait through this huge line, get your vaccine. Then you go wait for 20 minutes, make sure you don't have any side effects. You don't spontaneously combust or something. And you're good. And then you come back again in 2 weeks. Oh yeah, the lady that gave me the vaccine, she recognized me from. I just had to throw that in there. So the next time I come back, I was prepared and I brought snacks. Okay, and the third thing that you might not know is that basically every nurse used all their PTO during COVID, either because they got COVID and they were sick, which I still don't think made any sense. There should be a lawsuit there or something. Or there were no patients coming in. I don't know if you guys remember that, but during like the heyday of COVID, there was like a 75% drop in like heart attacks, strokes, and all the stuff that's normally in the ER because nobody wanted to go to the hospital. And those were probably the best times of COVID for me and my family. Everybody was home. We were just hanging out with the neighbors, having a good time. We wouldn't have any patients. There were literally like 6 people on my floor at one time, patients. So 2 nurses, a tech, and then it's like, hey, do you want to stay home? And I'm like, yep. So I stayed home. I used up all my PTO, like whatever I had, like 180 hours or something. And then whenever I did get COVID, I was out of PTO, like I've had COVID like 15 times, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And then I remember there were people that got really sick. Like, thank God I never actually really got sick from COVID. But some people got really sick and they got really sick and some, but they didn't have any PTO. So, we're getting emails and stuff like, does anybody want to donate their PTO? Which is ridiculous. Just give these people PTO, give them long-term, whatever. Like that junk was nonsense, right? Seriously. Okay. So that's 3 things you might not have known about COVID. I got a million COVID stories. They're not super fun, but maybe you guys can listen to this to fall asleep or something. Long COVID stories, not long COVID, but long stories about COVID. Okay. All right. You guys have a great day. Thank you so much. Keep being awesome. Thank you.